everybody? Welcome back to another Six-Man Blitz episode. Got a great episode for you guys today. Got my co-host back today with me, ready to talk a lot of NBA. Maybe one question NFL. NBA draft kicks off on Tuesday and Wednesday. Excited about that. How are we feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I know I took a little time off. I fractured my
Hiatus.
my orbital bone, but we back and ready to talk, man. A lot has been missed. Can't wait to get into it.
The haters have missed us, bro.
Can't wait.
um, but let's start off with the NFL or NBA question. Which one you want more? Pause.
Let's go NFL first.
Okay. So, us being Bears guys, what is one former Bears player you would throw on this team today?
So many I could choose from, man. But I mean, Walter Payton,
Ooh,
is
and the
that
Ben
is
Johnson
that
offense would be crazy.
is that really an option, I guess, at this point? Look, I feel like the Bears offensively, I don't think we struggled even at the running back position. Like I would think that a lot of people would say that we kind of maybe over exceeded expectations at the running back position this past season. But man, can you imagine us having Walter Payton a top 3 running back of all time in some people's eyes, the GOAT?
That would be a
Um,
cheat code.
it would be crazy.
I like Sweetness. I like that pick, but I'm gonna go a running back a little more recent. I'm gonna go Matt Forte. At Matt Forte's prime, bro, 100 catches one season. He was that fantasy guy that I wish I was playing fantasy at that point when he was having the years he was having. So Matt Forte and a Ben Johnson offense, I think, would go nuclear. I think he would have McCaffrey numbers. I think he would, break the rushing record, do some crazy shit, especially behind the Bears offensive line too. So yeah, I think got the short end of the stick for the coaching staff, offensive line play. Well, he had 1 year where there's good offensive line play. So I think him with Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams would be nasty.
Yeah, I mean that I honestly would have picked Matt Forte if Sweetness wasn't a
Sweetness is a better
all-time
answer though.
Bear. Yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, either guy for sure. I don't know if they threw any passes to the running back when Sweetness was playing, but look, in Ben Johnson offense, they gonna throw him the ball, and I know he would go crazy and dominate an open field.
They didn't have to back then. They
Just give it
was
to him.
ground and pound. But for the NBA question, yeah, I know. Had a little post saying clarity, I guess. For the basketball question, best what if player? Who's somebody that you wish, whether it's injuries, career getting cut short by other stuff, best what if player in your opinion?
One of the names that come to mind, at least from my era early on watching basketball, some people might say Derrick Rose or something. I'm actually go Brandon Roy.
But yeah,
Um,
Brandon Roy was cold.
Brandon Roy was cold blooded, man. Like he was one of the top dogs in the NBA for Portland, 3-level scorer, could do everything on the court, athletic, could guard 1 through 3, maybe 4 positions. Very dominant player, but his career was cut short just due to injury. So,
That
as a
shit's
kid, I wanted
unfortunate.
to be just like him. So, would have been nice to be able to see him ride out a little bit longer.
Your favorite Hooper's favorite Hooper type. Very underrated guy. For me, I'm not gonna say Derrick Rose. I feel like that's an obvious one. I'm gonna go Joel Embiid. I think
Mm,
had he had some better knees, he'd be one of the most dominant players of all time. And he is still within his
yes,
short sample size, but like fully healthy season, one fully healthy postseason. I mean, damn, just some of the worst luck we've seen from a basketball player. Body always giving out on him. But yeah, that's a player that I wish could see it through. And I think what's worse is like he's able to play every season, but it just always gets cut short at the end, you know?
every time. Look, Joel is a hell of a player, MVP. Um, damn near could be champion by now if he was able to stay healthy. So I
Exactly.
love the pick. But hey, he still got opportunity, man, in the future. He ain't done yet.
Give him
We'll
a
see.
bionic knee or something.
Right, exactly.
He can take my knees, pause. Whatever you
Tripping.
need. um, but let's get into the NBA talk. Let's start off with the champions. I mean, New York is probably a war zone right now. They're still
Yeah,
recovering from that shit. People stealing trash cans. I mean, it's a bad day. You're probably still recovering too if you're a Spurs fan walking out with a Spurs jersey in New York.
Yeah, dude, it
They
was
be
a
getting
hell of a
assaulted.
series, bro. But dude, people getting their ass whooped just for wearing a jersey, man. Some people was wearing a jersey just to get their ass whooped.
Well,
I
that's
don't know what's wrong
crazy.
with them.
Hey, that's crazy. That's a different type of, they just try to feel something.
Yeah, I've
Uh,
never seen nothing like that in my life.
but it was a good series. My question for you, is it the best, series that we see just go 5 games?
Um, I guess
Gentlemen sweep.
if that's how you wanna put it, it could be. Every game for the most part came down to the wire, even when teams were down, well, the Knicks, I should say, be down 30, 20, 18. They always found a way to come back and win. The series was very exciting. I was kinda sad to see it only go 5. I
Me
was
too.
hoping we coulda got 6 or at least 7 games out of it, but man, that was one for the history books for sure.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of like all the games towards the end of it came down to the wire. The Spurs got out to a lot of leads earlier in all the games. It felt like, but yeah, the Knicks down the stretch. I think Jose Alvarado or Josh Hart was like, yeah, when we saw them crying over getting to the finals, we knew we had their ass.
KG said that too. And look, at the end of the day, it came down to one team had Brunson, another team did not have Brunson.
Yeah,
And when I'm saying that, I'm not saying as in like the Spurs didn't have a superstar because shit, they got a couple of them, at least
yeah.
future superstars for sure. But when it came to just somebody who could just walk you down the second half, that's all Brunson did was just every game, just walk them down in the second half. When the Spurs needed a bucket, they really didn't know what they were doing. The Knicks knew what they were doing. Get the ball to Brunson, get out the way.
Yeah, bully ball. And it's funny, I mean, you have some firsthand experience with that too, no? Brunson walking people down,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Stevenson days, dude.
Absolutely. I'm fortunate enough that I didn't actually have to guard him, and we played him in a summer league game. He gave us like 36 points, and he gave us the game-winning assist. They beat us at the
Damn.
buzzer off his pass.
Yeah, Brunson, he's been on that type of timing. It's nice to see him get a win. A lot of people have doubted him and this Knicks team, doubted, the friendship, the connection all them have. But Brunson, being a small guard, getting it done, just proving the haters wrong. I said him and Cat were liabilities. Cat proved himself in this series too. First 2 games, he looked better than Wemby.
Yeah, yes and no, I guess. K people people say that Cat was better than Wemby the first 2 games, that's just because they won. If you actually look at the stats, Wemby's stats were actually better than Cat's the first
Mm,
2 games. But that's not the point. The point is, like you said, Cat and Brunson, that duo was better than the other duo, which is supposed to be Wemby and D Fox. They brought D Fox in for these moments, and D Fox did not show up at all. I kind of almost felt bad for him.
yeah.
And I was thinking, honestly, it wasn't his fault. At some point, it's the coach's fault. Like you're putting D Fox in these positions. He's shown you he's not ready to, get it done. I would have just rode Harper because Harper showed that he was ready for the moment, where
Against
Fox was not ready
OKC,
for the
yeah.
moment.
Yeah, in the series against OKC, he was great starting, and yeah,
Yes.
they should have kept the hot hand. And D Fox he had some decent moments in the finals, but yeah, just that play to go up with the layup instead of dribbling it out. That was tough to watch.
And everybody talks about that one play, but if you watch every game,
It
like
was multiple, yeah,
his it was just like his overall like production just wasn't great. Like he never shot great from the field. He never shot great from 3 for real. He wouldn't get into the free throw line. He wasn't guarding at a high level. Like the things that he is supposed to be doing to help the team win, he just did not do. But
yeah.
Harper did do. But Harper wasn't getting the minutes like D Fox was.
So that's yeah, on Mitch Johnson's ass too. This is year 1 or year 2 for him as a coach. So he's definitely gonna make mistakes, but getting to the finals first postseason is nice.
Oh yeah.
My question about D Fox though, we talked about this before. I think is he gonna get traded? Do you think he's gonna stay in the books with the Spurs? I mean, they gotta start Harper.
Do I think he's gonna get traded? I don't know. I would probably say no because his first year of his extension kicks in this year. D Fox is owed like $200 million for 4 years. So who's going to take that contract? That's the real question. If they could find somebody to take that contract, I would absolutely trade him because you're getting Harper, who's going to be more productive, especially on the defensive end, but you're going to get him for pennies on the dollar. Like he's on a rookie contract for the next 3 seasons. You don't have to pay him 50 million. You can go spend that money elsewhere and help the roster
Right.
out, whether it's one really good player like a Lauri Markkanen or like two bench guys that can help you out, like a Klay Thompson and somebody else, you know?
They need a backup big. Cornette was getting his ass cooked.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, yeah. So Fox, I want to see Harper get more opportunities because, dude, I said this in one of my TikToks. He looked like the best rookie in this class in the most important
Oh
moments
my
because
gosh.
the postseason it was crazy. Flag and Khan were both great in the regular season. I think Flag's gonna be a star too, but Harper, man, like the biggest moments, bro. First time in the NBA playoffs, first season as a rookie, just hooping.
Dude, Harper in the regular season, he came off the bench. He's playing 20 couple minutes a game, 22, 23 minutes a game, whatever it was. He averaged 14 points.
It's crazy.
Can you imagine if he had his own team where he wasn't playing behind another star level point guard? He probably would have averaged over 21 rookie of the year if he was in the same situation as like a Cooper Flag or even a
Yeah,
VJ Edgecombe where, yeah, Maxey was the guy. Joel missed so much of the season. He would have been that second guy over there.
Paul George
Um,
too. Yeah.
yeah, but he didn't have that opportunity. But when the moment was the biggest, like Harper looked like the best player. Like when the game was on the line and they needed somebody to win them the game, which we know they didn't win any games, the ball was in Harper's hands at the right moments, and he always showed up for the most part.
Yeah, so it's going to be exciting for his future development. He's going to be a star. I think he's going to be that
Mhm.
second option to Wemby. Excited for Wemby's growth as a player too. I mean, this is his first season in the playoffs, took him to the finals, beat the Thunder. How confident are you in this Spurs team making it back to the finals and or if just being in the finals consistently?
I'm confident in them making a run for it consistently because they have Harper, Castle, and Wimby, and they're all young. Do I think they'll get back to the finals next year? I know they're the favorites. Probably will say no. I wouldn't expect them to make it back next year, unless they could get rid of D Fox, and upgrade the roster a little bit. I don't want to say they're fool's gold right now, but I just think they had a hell of a run this season. Like they
They
outperformed
snuck up
all
on everybody.
expectations. They did, but I don't think that they'll be the best team in the West next year when it comes down to winning an NBA championship. They might finish one or two in the standings, but I don't think they'll win a championship next year either.
They took the Thunder 7 games without
Mhm.
J-Dub. J-Dub wasn't in that series. Either was what's his name? The
AJ
other
Mitchell,
AJ Mitchell,
AJ
yeah.
Mitchell,
So those two guys coming back, the Thunder being, fully healthy. If J-Dub could be healthy, I think that's
and
a big
motivated.
component for them. Yeah. Um so yeah, and seeing what the Thunder do with Lou Dort. The Thunder have draft capital. So there was even talks about them even potentially being in the Giannis race so they could get more talent on that roster. I like Jared McCain and what he was able to do off the bench. So
Mhm.
the Thunder fully healthy, I think that's a team that gets over past the Spurs. But and then yeah, Wemby didn't have to deal with Jokic this playoffs. If he has to deal with them in a series, that's going to be a tough series.
And I'd expect every team in the West to make some type of change. Like
Yeah, the
for the
Timberwolves.
most part, all the teams in the West, they kind of have had majority of the same rosters for the last few years. Timberwolves, the Nuggets, for the most part, even the Clippers, they made a change for Garland and Matherin. But for the most part, they had the same team for the last few years. The Lakers, I think that all these teams will now make adjustments. Like they have to. I could see the Rockets trading, making adjustments. Lakers, the
Yeah,
Timberwolves for sure need a point guard, especially with DiVincenzo going to be out for probably the entire season. Um, the teams are going to get better. So I just don't think the Spurs will be able to do it, especially if AD get back to LA like he's supposed to.
that would be
Switches.
crazy. That's coming up. So then on the flip side with the Knicks, how do you feel about them repeating? I mean, Giannis could be in Boston. The East could look different. The Pacers are going to be healthy. How you feel about them?
I don't want to doubt the Knicks, man. I had really no faith in them the
Me
entire
too.
season. Like I knew they would be a good regular season team, but I didn't expect what they did, and I want to respect what they did. So I will say that the Knicks have a better chance of getting back to the finals than the Spurs do, because the Knicks are probably going to keep the main core the same, and they might upgrade some pieces on the bench. But I don't think no one in the East is really like that crazy of a team that can, take them out.
They saw that be their downfall this postseason. I think, yeah, this Knicks team, they got the connection, they got the chemistry. Mikal Bridges, OG, most underrated player in the NBA, I think. Karl
Gee,
Anthony Towns, Mike Brown. You see, he's the right coach for this team. Jalen
hmm
Brunson, you can't count him out. I think, yeah,
preach.
the Knicks are only looking at like Mitchell Robinson and Shamit as the two guys that they got to bring back. I think Mitchell Robinson's probably going to leave though. Um,
He's gonna
how
make
it's
some money
looking.
somewhere.
Maybe Lakers.
I'm good, man. I don't like the hacker shack that they be doing to him. Don't do that to my king,
You'd be a nice
LeBron. Stay
lob
away.
threat.
I would love it, but man, every time they in a bonus, they gonna foul him and make him make a free
Yeah.
throw, which he doesn't. He just is literally the worst to ever shoot a free throw in NBA history. He's literally the worst.
Saxophones
No
we
one.
call him, bro.
There's been nobody in NBA history worse than Mitchell Robinson at the free throw line. So I'm good, man. We go get somebody else.
Yeah, he'll probably land somewhere else, or maybe he'll stay with the Knicks. Definitely a nice pivotal piece on that team. But yeah, I think the Knicks for the most part are going to keep everybody. And this was a great postseason run, one of the more dominant postseason runs we've seen. They went 16-3 this postseason, clapping everybody, BTA for everybody. So I think this Knicks team, they'll be back. Pacers, I think that's a team to be wary
Mhm.
about. I know they should have got that top 5 pick, but Zubac with Halliburton, Siakam, Spicy P. It's the only time having a nickname with spicy in it is a good thing.
Good
So
luck.
I'm excited for the Pacers to get back and Halliburton to get back. But yeah, the Knicks, nice they got the chip this year. What do you think that means for Jalen Brunson though?
I think that stamps his legacy in the history books
Over
forever. I mean,
Kyrie,
you
right?
talking nah, I ain't say that. Kyrie hit the shot in game 7, down 3-1. No, but in all seriousness, like Jalen Brunson has won at every single level known to man. He's won in high school, he's won in AAU, he's won in college, now he's won in NBA. He was a second round pick. They said he was undersized, they said he was small. They said he wasn't durable. They said he couldn't defend. And he's proved everybody wrong, and he got a championship as the best player on a team. A lot of people might say, "Oh, the run was not a great run." Like the competition was, they beat the Spurs at the end of the day.
Just beat the
The
Thunder
Spurs
too,
beat the
yeah.
Thunder. Spurs beat the Thunder. And they spanked the Wolves. So it's like, just give him his credit. Like he deserves it. He earns it. He's got my stamp of approval for sure.
Yeah, and everybody doubted, Becky Hammond, like everybody was saying
Mhm.
even Stephen A. Smith, a Knicks fan, glazing Knicks fan, apologized to Brunson. So, I mean, he'll go down as like one of the best free agency signings possible. One of the best moves, him turning down 100 mil. I already seen people are like telling their stars on their team, you see what Brunson did?
Yeah, no
Go
one's doing that.
give us that discount.
No one's doing that, man. But you got to think about it. Like his dad is there too. Like when they fired Tibbs, everybody on the coaching staff was gone except for who? Brunson's dad, Rick
Rick
Brunson,
Brunson.
kept his job, right? So they looked out for Jalen. He looked out for them. So, but I'll tell you this: he ain't gonna take no pay cut on that next one.
No.
When he's due another contract extension here in the next year or so, he'll get his bag back. Trust
And he
me.
got the chip, man. He deserves it, man.
Yeah.
So where would you say if we did a top 10 rankings right now, where would Brunson fit in? He's top 10, right?
But yeah, he's Finals MVP. You got to be top 10. At least for to the season starts of next year. I wouldn't put him top 5.
Top
But I put
7,
him at like
maybe.
6. I put him 6. I put him 6.
Okay.
I go like Jokic, SGA, Giannis, Wemby, Luca, and then I'll put Brunson before Ant-Man just because he got the chip. Now when the
Yeah.
season start, ask me this question again when the season start, and I will go ahead and put Ant-Man back where he belongs. Um, People forget about Tatum too, man. I put Tatum in my top 10
Very
still.
disrespected
Yeah,
superstar.
I mean, Tatum, and what he played 12, 15 regular season games off a torn Achilles. He averaged like 20 and 11 or some crap like that. Like that's pretty absurd. K, Donovan Mitchell, yeah, those would be like my top 10 right now.
Yeah. Donovan, I mean, he had some ups and some yips in the playoffs, but I think he's somebody that's consistent bucket. What he's able to have with Cleveland, them always a top team in the East. Utah, like he's got a credible resume. So yeah, no disagreements on the list. You still have the King top 10 too.
The king is in LeBron.
Yeah.
You know, if you ask me about my fan list, I would say yeah, but nah, the king ain't top 10 no more.
Top
If
5.
he would look, if Luca never came to the Lakers and they ain't disrupt what was going on, I have him in the top 10. But you know, I can't. I just can't do it, Brian. I'm sorry.
uh, so for the West moving forward, Thunder, Spurs, you think it's them running it for the West completely the next few years, or is there other people that you're giving a shot next season?
I'm giving a shot to a lot of other teams. Like I don't think it's been shown over the last 10 years that it's not easy to just go back to back. It's been
No,
shown over the last
no team
10
hasn't been
years
able to
that
do it. Yeah,
it's not even easy to go to the finals back to back. Like teams aren't even going to back to back finals anymore like they used to. So I would still give Denver a chance. I would still give Minnesota a chance. I would still give the Lakers a chance and Houston if they upgrade the roster a little bit. Like teams are going to construct their team in the West to beat the Spurs, just like
yeah.
the Spurs did it to beat OKC. So you'll start seeing teams make moves like, okay, we need longer athletic wings, like we need to do this and that. So I'll give 5 or 6 teams a chance to make it out the West next year.
Okay, yeah, and I think with the people that are gonna be available, like, the draft that's here, there's a lot of players that could come in
Hmm.
and, you know, be productive right out the gate, so, yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting offseason. There's already a lot of rumored movement, but starting off with your team for this offseason, what are some things you want the Lakers to do? What's a good offseason for the Lakers look like?
A good off season is re-signing LeBron, re-signing Austin Reeves. That's a good off season. A great off season is re-signing LeBron and trading Austin Reeves and getting back something
AD.
crazy. You know, AD, anybody, shit. Like Austin
I
Reeves is
take,
really
yeah,
good.
AD over Reeves, yeah.
He's really good, don't get me wrong, but like him and Luca they play the same position. Okay, like you need players that complement Luca a little bit, and that's why I give Kyrie so much credit because Kyrie can really mesh with anybody on the court and just play his game beautifully. But I think if the Lakers could go get like a sniper that can play some defense, like two of those, like I love Lauri Markkanen. Like if the Lakers could somehow get their hands on Lauri Markkanen, I think that would be crazy for them. And look, I love Rui Hachimura what he did, like, but it sounds like he's the one odd man out that they might not be bringing back. But I don't see why not. Like he shot over 40% from three. Like
He's a very huge asset.
every time he shot it, do you remember him ever missing a shot? Like every time he shoots it inside the 3-point line, it's automatically going in regardless. And then from three, it's a 45% chance of it going in. Like I think he should be on the team as well. Um, at the end of the day, man, they don't have to make too many changes outside of DeAndre Ayton in that center position. If they bring back
Yeah.
the same team but can upgrade the center, I'll be happy. That's a great offseason in my opinion.
And Hachimura, I know some people like the NBA, like people that I watch on social media, they've been talking about him going to the Spurs, which I think that would be insane. That's exactly what they need over there.
Yeah, the Lakers should not let a lot of that to happen. I would look if I was running a team. Seriously, I know this might sound crazy, but I would rather probably keep Rui over LeBron with the team that they have.
Mhm.
With Luca running the show, Austin Reeves as your shooting guard, like you don't that team does not need LeBron to be great. Because LeBron needs the ball to kind of be great. He's not catching and shooting open threes like Rui.
No.
So
And the role
um,
he was playing when Luca and Reeves were going off, he was just more taking like 7, 8 shots a game, still putting up good production, getting rebounds, like more kind of triple double, almost like
mhm.
production, being a good asset to those two. I'm interested if you are running things, you are dipping more into LeBron James and appeasing him than Luca in the future.
Yeah, I mean, but keep in mind that I don't want people to like mishear me when I'm saying it's like LeBron can be great on the Lakers right now with the same team they had, but they would need a stretch five in that offense. That five man needs to be able to catch lives and needs to be able to shoot threes. And I got somebody in mind that could do that, but can they get their hands on them? Who knows?
Who is that in mind?
I mean, it's a couple guys, but Anthony Marshawn Davis would be perfect. Lob threat, can guard the rim, protect the rim, can run the floor, can guard everybody in the league but Jokic. Like, um,
I've
perfect person next to Luca.
So AD, Luca, and LeBron.
And Austin Reeves. I think they can make that happen if they want.
All
They
4?
probably lose Rui. Yeah, I mean, they would probably lose Rui, but if you think about it, the Wizards are not necessarily in rebuild mode, but they have Trae Young. They'll probably draft either Peterson or DeBonza. We'll see which one goes first. AD is like he's 32, something like that. Like he's not in their timeline. Like their timeline is like 2, 3 years from now.
Trae Young's
Uh
like 28, so he
Yeah,
fits
yeah. So
more.
he still could fit in that timeline. Whereas Rui is younger. Rui's like 28 or something like that. So like Rui would fit in that timeline. I think he would be a perfect addition going back to Washington. Um, but I would love if we could keep the core guys and add Anthony Davis. I don't know how that's possible. Maybe
That
LeBron
would be
takes this
peak,
massive pay
bro.
cut or something, but who
He gotta
knows?
take a handsome cut.
Dude, that team would be my team. If you could do Luca, Austin Reeves, LeBron, AD, and then you fill that last spot with a guy that's gonna be 3 and D. You got Marcus Smart still, or
Marcus
if you could
Smart, bring
get
him
a
back, yeah.
bigger wing, that would be dope, man. Veteran team that's gonna make sacrifices to win the championship.
Bronny James gonna have to get some minutes off the bench, bro.
Yeah. He gonna have to because they ain't gonna be able to afford nobody else.
He's gonna have to. He gonna have to take a pay cut too. um, but no, if the Lakers could make it work, that's a peak. Like that, the storylines behind that. This might be one of those times where you go older and it might actually work out because Braun, he could play with all of them together. He showed you he could play with Reeves and Luca already. Anthony Davis would be a complementary fit. Let Luca rock out. Anthony Davis, we don't need you for 82 games either.
Mm-mm.
You could miss some time.
And we don't need them to average 25 and 14 either. Like
Hell
we're
no.
probably 18 and 12, 16 and 12. That'd be perfect. Where he could catch a lob because DeAndre Ayton, his knee's worse than mine. Like when they throw the ball up to him, he can't catch the lob. When he does catch the lob, he doesn't dunk the lob. He comes down with the ball and tries to lay it up and misses the layup. Like they need a better center, and then he needs to be a stretch five big. As you can see, stretch five bigs are what wins championships now.
Yeah.
I.e., a few years ago, Chet Holmgren was out there. Last year or this year, Wemby was out there. Cat was out there. The teams that are winning chips have stretch five bigs. Even when Boston did it a few
Palenka,
years ago, Porzingis,
Porzingis, Al
come on,
Horford.
man. Al Horford, stretch five bigs. You need stretch five bigs. Aiden ain't a stretch five big, okay? And he plays too many minutes. He can't catch, can't finish. Let's get him off. Let's get him off.
What can he do?
He cannot give effort. That's what he can do. He's really good at not giving effort, in my opinion.
I've seen Shannon Sharp go in on his ass. He said he has the worst hands that he in anybody in the
Mm,
world or some shit like
so
that.
I've never seen nobody with worse hands than him. Like they'll throw him a little shovel pass, he just can't catch the ball. And JJ Redick called him out on it. He's like, he's having
Yeah.
trouble catching the ball. How? How? Basketball is the easiest thing to catch in the world. It's
Yeah,
easy
that's
to catch a
crazy.
basketball in the
Easy
cold.
target, big target.
It's easy. They're not throwing bullet passes like Brady. They just throwing you a basketball, catch the ball.
Yeah, that's nasty work for Aiden. And yeah, bro's tweaking. Send him to Shanghai. Then for the Lakers, yeah. So if they could get Anthony Davis, that'd be crazy. You cooked up something. I like it. For Giannis, though, how we feeling?
I feel good, man. Look, as a basketball fan, like you said, like we love the stories. Like, what's a better story than this hero that's been with Milwaukee the last 10 or so years, going to Miami,
Big
these
market, yeah.
historic franchises. It's going to be a great story. But as a Laker fan, a LeBron fan, I like to see him in Miami because if he goes to Miami, they don't have a chance. Um,
That's why it's so crazy to me. It's like so Giannis, Bam, Davion Mitchell, Andrew Wiggins, Norman Powell, I guess, if you
who
could
gonna
bring him
shoot the
back.
ball? Spoelstra? They gonna put Spoelstra out there to shoot the ball? Can't none of them shoot.
So that's what makes it interesting because it's not like Giannis is like spotting up threes, like knocking them down like that, you know?
And
It's just
Giannis and Bam are like I mean, honestly, Giannis and Bam, that's a really good duo, especially defensively because
It's
they're
a great
interchangeable.
defensive team. Davion Mitchell too.
Yeah, and then off even A. Wiggins played D too, but and offensively, they're a really good duo offensively. Like Bam's game is super underrated offensively.
83 points.
Giannis's game is underrated offensively. People say he just bulldozes. No, Giannis has skill. He posts up, he shoots fadeaways, he's got the mid range, but it's 2026. So that
A
means you
big
have to be able to shoot.
2026.
You got to be able to shoot threes. And that team is just not a 3-point shooting team. They're not a 3-point shoot team, even with Tyler Hero and Norman Powell out there. So now you're taking them away, I would imagine, in a trade, and you got Giannis. Like, cool, they're gonna win games. They might even win a couple playoff series, but to get to the big picture, the championship, they would need to do more with that roster to
They're not
compete
good.
for
Yeah,
real.
they're not beating any of the teams out the West. Other teams that can master defense and be better offensively. It's tough. So yeah, Davion Mitchell. I mean, he's looked good in the play-in, but yeah, you need these guys to be able to knock down shots. So Miami, it just doesn't make sense to me. I know they could have a good package, good deal, whatever, but it just doesn't make sense why Giannis would go there. It's the same thing as Milwaukee, just a little better, but it's not too much different. No, I was gonna say, but for Boston, it's kind of doing Jaylen Brown dirty. I know he's trying to go to streamer university and he's streaming and shit, but you kind of doing him dirty because feel like he's done everything right.
Yeah, I mean, excuse me, nobody had expectations for Boston this year, like serious
No,
expectations. They outperformed all the expectations. I'm sure Boston fans didn't expect them to be like the number 2 seed in the East this year. Jaylen Brown having an MVP caliber season, and then he gets repaid by basically them saying they're going to trade him. At the end of the day, man, it's a business. He's the highest paid player in the NBA, and Tatum's like a top 3 or 4 highest paid player. So there looks like they're just trying to get off his contract that they got, um, and change it up a little bit. So it's a business, man. It is what it is.
I fuck with Jaylen Brown. He's a good player.
Mm.
Great two-way guy. I mean, I've said some nasty things like he's better than Tatum, and I've been disrespectful. I apologize for that. Tatum's that guy. Um, But Jaylen Brown, you send him to Milwaukee, I think that could be a playoff team. You send him other places. I really want to see Jaylen Brown go to Houston. I think him with Ime Udoka, I think that's the best landing spot for him out of the bunch of teams he could go. Lot of parity with the NBA, and it's what makes it great. Another destination I've seen. Want to hear your thoughts about this? Minnesota, him and Ant.
That would be amazing and insane, especially coming from Minnesota. I know how much the fans would love that. The only thing that I would be curious is what package would be sent for him, because if you're telling me that they more than likely would have to come off of Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah,
So Jaden McDaniels is no Giannis, don't get me wrong, like, but he is a dog. And he is
he
the type of
embodies what the
player
team needs. Yeah,
yes, and he's the type of player that every single NBA team would love to have on their roster. There's not one NBA team that would not want Jaden McDaniels on their team. Um, he's a starter for every single team because of his defensive ability and his how he's developed offensively over the last few years. So if they're able to keep him and get Giannis, I think that would just be a steal. That would be amazing. I would do it every day of the week.
yeah. I'm interested to see, yeah, how involved Minnesota gets. I mean, two other guys that I'm thinking about that I would be salivating at the mouth if they got. Kyrie and KD, one of those two.
You said you'll be
Minnesota.
what?
Nonetheless, I'd be excited.
Salivating at the mouth. Okay. Say that. Okay.
I'm
I
gonna cut that out.
I I I didn't even hear what you said after that. You gotta re-say what you said after that. All I heard was salivate at the mouth. I heard nothing after that.
Uh, so I was saying I would be excited if Kevin Durant and Kyrie, one of those two, went to Minnesota.
Okay.
They would be
Oh,
cheaper to get.
I think Kyrie would be a better fit than KD simply because they have Ant and they have Jay McDaniels. Those are your wing guys. KD is a wing. They are missing a point guard bad. Like a lot of the season last year, Anthony Edwards was playing point guard. You don't want Ant-Man playing point guard because his job is for the point guard to get him the ball, let him score it when he can. They need somebody to relieve pressure off of Ant-Man, and that's what Kyrie would do. If you go look at KD in Houston, his biggest problem was they didn't have a point guard. KD was bringing it up, and KD was having 8, 9, 10 turnovers. So it's like you need
Lakers
that
game,
guy
yeah.
to relieve that pressure. You need it.
And yeah, Kyrie and Anthony Edwards backcourt would be scary, bro.
Best one in the league.
And honestly, they just need a score. If you could keep Nas Reed, you could keep Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels. I think they could even keep Rudy in that. I'd probably Randall, probably DiVincenzo, maybe one of the young guys too. Throw them in there to get Kyrie. Or I don't know what the package is gonna look like. But you add Kyrie, you keep the most important people intact. Was last year's team get Randall the fuck out of there for Kyrie? Yeah, that's a peak team.
Yeah. But
That's a dangerous team.
I don't know who is just gonna take Julius Randle and just give him Kyrie or,
Somebody got to take
so
bro.
somebody will take him, but it's gonna be like one of the teams like the Brooklyn Nets or the Sacramento Kings. It's gonna be one of the teams that ain't playing for nothing next year, and they know they're
What
not
about
playing for
Detroit?
anything.
Detroit could take him. They need another
I don't
score.
I don't think he fits in Detroit's system either. Like, dude, I keep saying this, but in 2026, man, you can only have one, maybe two guys on the court that cannot shoot the basketball. Julius Randle, he's capable, but if you put him alongside Duran, um, and you put him alongside maybe Isaiah Stewart, like guys that really don't shoot the three, now you're just able to put more guys in the paint to take Cade Cunningham's game away from him even more. Whereas if you
Yeah.
have shooters, now you can't help. That's why the Cavs were so good when LeBron was there because they had Channing Frye, they had Kevin Love, they had JR, they had Shump, they had Kyrie, they had all these
Richard
guys that could catch
Jefferson.
and shoot threes. LeBron would just drive and kick. That's why Milwaukee struggled this year. Giannis can't drive and kick because they ain't got nobody to pass it to. Julius Randle will be that guy standing at the 3-point line that they're allowing to shoot the basketball.
Yeah, they're hoping he shoots it.
So you
Banking
need a
on that.
stretch five. So if Duran was a stretch five, if Duran could shoot threes, then I would say, yeah, go get Julius Randle because now you got one guy that can't shoot. That's fine, but can't have two out there.
Multiple? No. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they're able to work out. Hopefully, we see a lot of player movement. Hopefully, this offseason lives up to the hype. My boy Shams has been slumped. He's been sleeping, snoozing. And then he just delivers us Aaron Wiggins to the Hawks, you know? That's not what we asked for.
Yeah, that's not what we're looking for at all.
um, but kicking off things with the NBA draft that starts tomorrow and Wednesday. What are some draft prospects you're excited about? What are some things you're looking to see?
I'm looking forward to really see Peterson and what he brings to
He's a
the
dog,
table
bro.
because every every analyst that you listen to, they speak so highly of him about like his game, like saying he's like Kobe and he's like this player, that player. Like I personally don't see that. But I would like to see that. Like who wouldn't like to see that? So I'd be curious to see like one, if he goes one or two, and then two, what does the roster construction look like? Because if he goes to Utah,
It'd be
at
nice.
two, they would be nice, but they got Keontae George and Laurie and Jaren and Walker Kessler. Like, where does he and Ace Bailey as well? Like, does he start for that team as a number two pick?
Hmm.
Where Ace Bailey was drafted what 3 last year or something like that?
Top
4.
5. Yeah, he was top 5 at least.
He didn't even start the beginning of the season, so it's like I just be curious like where he lands and do they build around him or do they just make him like another piece to the puzzle?
Yeah, Peterson's definitely interesting. And with the games he missed due to like cramping and shit, it's people are saying does he like basketball and shit, but this guy's a hooper, through and throughout. Definitely one of the best scorers. The shooting percentage, the shooting splits are amazing. So definitely think wherever he's gonna go, he's gonna be probably one of their top options. I'm excited to see him in either Washington or Utah, both teams, if they get that right guy, to Bonso or Peterson. Think those are two playoff teams the next season, or just right in the thick of things. There's even some talk, some rumors he could fall to Chicago. Peterson.
Tell him the rumors to stop rumoring because that's all that is a damn rumor.
I was
He
about
ain't
to drop a
going.
video about that.
Don't even waste your time. Don't do it. Just hold it in. Hey, and if he does drop to Chicago, drop this clip. And Mike, I'm sorry in advance for telling you not to drop the clip. He's going one or two. He's going one or two.
it'd be crazy to see. I think he didn't even take a meeting with Utah or something. I think he wants to go to
Oh,
Washington. Yeah, he really
he
wants to
didn't.
go to
Yeah,
Washington.
he
Something like
didn't
that.
meet with any. He didn't meet with no team other than Washington because they got the number one pick. He thinks he's going number one.
Yeah. So they probably gave him some confidence reassurance about that. But with this class, first four players are gonna be stars, and there's some other talented players in this class too. You think this could match up with 2025 last year's rookie class?
You know, when it's all said and done, maybe. But shit, dude, this 2025 class is stacked, man.
It's crazy.
You talking about Cooper Flag, Rookie of the Year, who put the team on his back all season, was dropping 40 after 40 after 40. I think he might have even had almost a 50-point game, if not a 50-point game. You talking about Con Knipple, man, who nobody even knew about for real, and he's on a
It's
team that's supposed
hooping.
to be competing for a playoff spot, and he's the best player on the team. You talking about VJ Edgecombe, who with Tyrese Maxey, Joel, and Paul George, and at some nights he was the best player on the court. Um, that's gonna be hard to do, man. These are all
VJ's
playoff
nice.
teams. These are all playoff teams I just named. These other kids, and then Harper. I didn't even bring Harper up, who was the best player on the Spurs. You know, out of 5 games, 3 out of 5 games, the best player on the Spurs. So, uh, nah. Now I think about it, I don't think this class got shit on the class that just came. Mm-mm,
It's gonna
no
be
way.
interesting, like, with both of these classes having a lot of talent, having a lot of upside. Excited to break down that topic a little further more. I think it will be like Cam Boozer. I think he's gonna be a 20 and 10 guy. Caleb Wilson, if he goes to the Bulls, he's gonna be electric. He's gonna be a star. Uh, and then yeah, the two guys that are gonna be in competition for going number one overall, Debonsa, athletic, 6'9", just guard that could score at every level, could defend too with his size. Huge upside with him defensively. Peterson, next Kobe, they say. So it's you can't go wrong. That's why the Bulls right now, it's not a Patrick Williams situation at pick four. They can't go wrong.
Yeah. Look, this is gonna be a really good draft class, generational, but would I pick them over last year right now? I would say no, man, just for a couple of reasons, man. Like I said, Flag was 40 every night.
Yeah,
Dude, Conka Nipple broke the rookie record for threes. And no,
yeah.
I think he led the NBA in threes as a rookie. So it's like, man, they would have to do a lot to be better in the class than just, pass through. But look, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'll be curious to see who goes to the Jazz because I honestly feel like the Jazz will be the best team out of the first few teams that pick,
Jaren
talent
Jackson,
wise.
Laurie, Deontay
But
George.
but I would say that whoever gets drafted there will be set up for failure more than the other players
They'll be
because how
hindered.
stacked they are. They're so stacked. Keontae's coming off averaging career high 20 some, Laurie's 25, Jaren's 20, Kessler's 15 and 12 a night. It's like, is there going to be enough basketball for whoever goes number two to shine in his rookie year?
A
And
lot of mouths
I
to
guess
feed
we'll
with
find
that.
out. All
And
right.
then the Wizards too, yeah, Anthony Davis, Trey Young, and then you got that young guy, budding star, trying to get some touches. So both teams tanking. This was a one time when tanking paid off for both of them.
Yeah, definitely paid off.
All the nasty shit they was doing.
Especially it definitely paid off for the Jazz because the Jazz are actually a really good team. Like,
Mhm.
individually, they have really good players, but, like, they just didn't play anybody. The Wizards were actually bad. Like, the Wizards were actually a bad team. Like, they were trash. The Jazz were not trash, they just didn't play nobody the entire
they
season and just
they
made up
finished the
shit.
season. Yeah, they finished the season putting up some G League motherfuckers out there.
Yeah, they deserve fines and all that shit. The Wizards are actually pretty bad, though.
They finna get a Netflix documentary about that shit. But finishing up with the bad team, our team, the Bulls. Giddy, bro. You want to see Giddy on the move, or would you keep and build around him?
I would not I I would not build around Giddey, no. But I would not but I would not put him on a move either. I think Giddey should be a block to the player that you are building around because he's a guy that can flourish around other players and make
Selfless
other
player,
players
yeah.
good. He can make other players good, so no, I wouldn't move on from him, but you have to move on from somebody because we got 17 guards. Giddey,
Somebody's gonna.
Anthony, Rob Dillingham, Jaden
Colin
Ivey, they said he
Sexton.
coming back.
No, he's not.
You righteous, you ain't righteous. Colin Sexton, like, they got a ton of guards, so they need to work that a little bit.
There has been some interesting offers, like Minnesota's interested in Josh Giddey. The Suns, we could get Jalen Green for Giddey.
Hmm, I that'd be decent. Put Anthony at the 1, Green at the 2. Be decent. Wouldn't be bad.
I
But
fuck
would
with
you do
Jalen
it
Green.
though?
I pulled the trigger, bro. I don't think Giddey's that good, but he does complement the other guys. Like I
Yeah,
wouldn't
he
lose
gets makes
sleep
everybody
if
better.
I wouldn't lose sleep if we traded, bro. But I know he's gonna be a good piece for us moving forward, and
His
he's gonna help Matas, all them. Yeah,
Yeah. His value is more than stats because he makes everybody better. He rebounds. He seems like a leader on the court. He's not the best shooter, but he's capable. He doesn't make a ton of mistakes. He's the best player from his country. He takes a lot of pride in that basketball shit. So, unless you're gonna get something like really good, I would hang on to him. He's a triple double threat every night.
unless we could get another like guy, a top pick in the draft, then okay, you know what I mean. But yeah, Giddey, his value's huge. At one point, I think after the All-Star break, he went on a run where he was like leading the NBA in triple doubles and shit. He was hooping. He's still really young too. I don't think he's 25 yet. Um, so Minnesota would be a good landing spot for him though, no, with Anthony Edwards and them.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
would hoop over there.
Yeah, he would do solid, man. He would, like I said, be the floor general, getting everybody in spaces where they need to be. Talking on the defensive end on the backside, he's a very underrated defender as well. So, and he's a lot bigger than what people think. He's
He's big,
massive
yeah.
for the point guard position.
He like 6'7" or some shit.
Yeah, he's big.
Um,
Pause.
la-
Pause.
last last final question for the Bulls. Will you be attending Bulls games this season? Are you feeling optimistic about the things turning around or looking up?
You know what? Yeah, I will attend Bulls games just like I always have when LeBron comes to town. So you bet your ass when the Lakers play in Chicago, I'll be there, guaranteed.
Even if Bron don't play, you see Bronny.
Brian, look, if I know he's not playing, then no, I'm not paying for the $300 for that ticket. But um, I, I'll go to a few games, man. The Bull, look, they're decent. Look, I work downtown. Your brother works downtown. Maybe one of them days we could,
Oh yeah,
take a
Caleb
little
Wilson's
Uber
gonna
to a game,
he's gonna be box office, bro. I
especially if
don't
it's
think
like a Friday night game or something. Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
so
Get a
yeah, I'm
glizzy.
excited. Hey yo, I'm excited about things turning around. I think Tiago Splitter is a good head coach. I think Bryson Graham, the GM they brought in, is good. To close things out, though, you got a hot take for the NBA offseason?
Yeah, I think this is my hot take. I think the Thunder will trade up in the draft and select a player, um, top 7, top 8. I think they will.
Damn,
They have picks like 12, pick 17. That's valuable for some other teams. I think they'll trade up and make some noise happen, and they'll be better next year than what they were this year.
Phew.
And they were great this year.
They need a big. They get another big to complement, Chet, because Hardenstein they might have to get cut, bro.
Dude, Chet needs to be the damn big. He's 7 feet tall. Like, what are y'all do? Like, come on, man. He should be the big.
Yeah, he needs to step up. That it was a disappointing postseason. Um, so yeah, if they do make a move, they have the pieces to make a move. They could get like defensive guard. I don't know. There's a lot of avenues they could go
Move
to
off of Lou
improve them.
Dort.
Yeah, his ass, man. Get
Cheeks.
his ass out the league. Uh,
Cheeks.
I'm gonna say my hot take. Kyrie lands in Minnesota. He goes to Minnesota, and
Mm.
Minnesota is the biggest thing is stepping in the Spurs and Thunder's way. They're a top 3 team in the West.
If they get Kyrie, I'd be hurt, bro. I really would because they should be the favorites to come out the West if they get Kyrie Irving.
Keeping
He's
all
that
the
he's that good. He's that
keeping the
good.
team the same. Rudy, McDaniels, Nas off the bench, just getting rid
Yeah.
of Julius Randle and a young player.
Kyrie is so damn good that when he's on the court with other greats like Luca, like LeBron, like Ant-Man, he is always, always damn near the best player on the court every time. That's how good
Crazy.
he is.
Ethical hoops too, bro. Straight bucket. That's
And
why
he ain't
motherfuckers
flopping.
was mad when I was talking about the Jalen Brunson shit. I was rage
Yeah,
baiting, bro.
you tweaking. I get it, man. It's we call it recency bias. Like like I got Jalen Brunson as my number 6 player in the NBA because he won a championship yesterday. If you would have asked me my top 10 2 weeks ago before the finals a month
His
ago,
ass
he
11.
probably wouldn't even be in the top 10. You know, so I get it, bro. But Brunson over Kyrie all time is crazy. Brunson over Kyrie today maybe not be crazy, but all time is crazy.
My
That's
fault.
Kyrie.
I'm
That's
not gonna
Kyrie.
delete the video because it
Nah,
did
don't delete the
exactly what I
video.
needed to do.
You did something right.
But that's all we got for the show today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to check out 6 Man Blitz on YouTube. Like and subscribe on this. Check out our social media handles. If you want to see more egregious takes like Brunson all time over Kyrie, I gotcha. Cooking up shit every single day. Please let me know in the comments how you feel about it and all that shit, whatever. But yeah, make sure to stay updated with us. It's gonna be a long NBA offseason, but we'll keep you updated every second. NFL offseason coming to a close coming soon too. Training camp's about to start, so we'll keep you guys busy by then. But make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. As always, peace. Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.